Every time we play this, it kind of hurts. The Florida Panthers have won the Stanley Cup, denying Canada hockey's top prize once again.
CTV National Scott Hurst, not Scott Reed, Scott Hurst, joined us once again to try to make sense of all this. Scott, it's always good to see you. This was just such a heartbreaker, though, not only for Edmonton Oilers, but also for so many fans in Canada. I think we're sort of getting behind them. But, you know, let's face it, they came so very close, but just couldn't get over the top last night.
Well, back to your previous conversation, what is the meaning of life? Well, unfortunately, in Canada and for the past 30 years, it does not include a Stanley Cup. The Edmonton Oilers, of course, came so close. They dug themselves that hole of going down 0-3, won those last three, and it seemed like the confidence was building, not just in the players, but in the fans, all to come crashing down in Game 7. It was a tight game the entire time. Florida, however, was able to stifle the high-powered offense of the Oilers. Notably, Connor McDavid kept off the score sheet for the second straight night. Florida got the home crowd on their feet early. Edmonton tying it up just a few minutes later, and that was the reaction from the fans from that goal. But Florida was able to add a second goal in the second period, and after that, they just had to hold on. Edmonton pulled their goalie late in the third, but at that point, the entire team seemingly running out of gas. Here's more from captain Connor McDavid and head coach Chris Knobloch on getting so close to hoisting the first cup for Edmonton since 1990.
You knew it was going to be tight, you know, Game 7 for the cup. You knew it was going to be a real tight game, and it was going to come down to one thing here and there, and you know, we're an inch away from going ahead 2-1 right before they go ahead 2-1, and you know, it's tough. They do a good job of shutting things down, and we had our looks, just didn't find it.
We overcome so many obstacles, so many times of adversity. There'll be a lot of thinking about what happened tonight and the what ifs, and you know, it'll take a while to let it go.
Despite the loss, Connor McDavid awarded playoff MVP, just the sixth player in NHL history to win the Conn Smythe Trophy, but not the Stanley Cup. That is the ultimate prize that Connor McDavid, the Oilers, and Oilers fans were hoping for, getting so much belief over the last week, but unfortunately, they couldn't make it happen. And once again, the Stanley Cup is not coming back to Canada, Nick and Jen.
Yep. Yeah, unfortunately not. But hey, maybe, you know, it's a rite of passage. The Panthers lost to the Vegas Golden Knights last year, and maybe the Oilers will take it next year.
You got to taste that. Yeah, sometimes you got to taste that playoff disappointment to get out on the other side, right?
Yes, for sure. Okay, CTV's Scott Hurst, thanks so much for joining us. Appreciate it.
Thanks, Scott.
Thanks.